Hey guys, welcome back. Motor City Grassman here. I wanted to give you a rundown of everything we have done with this backyard renovation up until this point. It is Labor Day. It's 12 in the afternoon. I had a pretty eventful morning, and I'll go into that too. But I'll give you everything's been done. So I didn't have time to do videos of the process and going through it. I had to get it done. My sons helped me. My little daughters helped me. We had friends help me. Brother-in-law helped me. So didn't need to stop and do videos with that. I figured I'll just get you guys a good overview of what we did do. Overall, we spread 8 yards of topsoil back here from this section, and we'll show you that section over there. To level out, we needed to level the yard, and over here specifically, I had a dead blue spruce that I had ground down about 3 weeks ago, right here, and that took about 3.5 hours with my 2 sons and myself digging up the rest of the roots, because when they grind a stump, all they do is grind the stump. I had them go down a foot to give me a good bed for my seed and the grass to grow, but then we were pulling up roots 3, 4, 5 feet each direction for hours. So got that done, and this has been about a 3-day process. And like I said, we finished everything up 2 days ago. So we got everything leveled, topsoil, and I started out with perennial rye, 100% perennial rye, and I'll go into the story of why. Airplane.
Yeah, we can. I'm keeping the video rolling because I can cut this part out.
Okay.
But just once the airplane goes away, then we can continue.
All right, I'll go back with. I'm starting with perennial rye. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I started with perennial rye. The goal originally was I'm going to do 100% perennial rye on this section and the main section there, and then use GCI Cool Blue, which is a turf type tall fescue and Kentucky bluegrass blend on the back side behind the bushes. But let me tell you kind of what happened there. So I got everything done, like I said, on Saturday. Everything, starter fert, all my products applied. And then last night we had probably the biggest storm we've had all year. I think we had probably 2 inches, maybe 3 inches of rain, looking at my meter this morning. And that pretty much wiped everything out. All my seed washed out. Everything washed out. So I had enough perennial rye left to cover just not quite enough. So I didn't want to blend in the GCI Cool Blue in with the perennial rye over here, because I really wanted a perennial rye monostand because I love it. The perennial rye that I use is from my local elevator, and I've had fantastic luck with it all year. It didn't matter what time of year I grew that stuff in, it just grew, and it grew great. And I struggled a little bit with that GCI Cool Blue, growing it in the spring and in the summer. I know you're not supposed to grow seed in the summer or grow grass, but I had luck with it with perennial rye, so I figured, hey, let's try it with Cool Blue. Didn't go so well. So, kind of put me in a bind here. So I had a little bit of perennial rye left, not nearly enough to reseed this area, but I had a lot of GCI Cool Blue left. So I figured, all right, God, I guess I got to do what I got to do. So I took my Cool Blue and I spread it. So I've got great coverage now with a mix of perennial rye, turf type tall fescue, and a little bit of KBG. Who knows? Maybe it's God's way of saying, hey, this is the way it should have been in the first place. I don't know. So that's what we have going on. So the process was level with topsoil, get the roots dug out, got the seed down, okay, and I went about 7 to 8 pounds per 1,000 on the seed across every area that I was doing it. And then it was time for my application. So I used starter fert. I did use Yard Mastery's X-Start starter fert. I haven't used that before. I typically just use a normal 19-19-19 that you can get at Walmart anywhere. But I kind of wanted to just do something a little bit fancy, and that's what I decided to do there. and then I got my tenacity down, and I got all of my GS plant food products. So my formula for my initial applications back here for my GS plant food products was, I went with Root Ruckus, I went with Super Thrive, or also known as Growth Impact. It's called Soft Soil, which is their version of like a liquid aerator. And I wanted to do the liquid aerator because I really wanted to help the seed find a way to get good roots. And I had watched Silver Symbol. He's got a video also using soft soil, and I really liked how that looked like it would work with a new seeding project. So I got plenty of carbon products down, plenty of humic acid. The Root Ruckus is a combination of humic acid and fulvic acid and sea kill. So that's got pretty much everything you need in there. And it also has I can't ever say it right, but mycorrhizae fungi, something like that, which is supposed to be very, very helpful in establishing roots. And to be honest, what turned me on to Root Ruckus was I was trying to find a product to correct a shallow root problem in my front yard. I had terrible shallow roots caused by overwatering, and that I had done by accident. And so I was looking for what out there can help drive root growth. Well, there's a lot of products out there that you got to spend $100 for a gallon, or $100 for a 4-pack, not a gallon. But I didn't want to spend have to spend all this money. So I ended up finding Root Ruckus, which was about $30 a gallon, and that's all that I needed. And I used that essentially primarily on the spot where I had shallow roots. And after a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I saw a tremendous improvement in my yard in the front. So then that's really what got me into looking at all of the different things that GS Plant Foods provided. So that's what I used back here as well to help get a nice base, get the foundation going, because you got to get your dirt right if you want to get your grass right. So that's it for right now, and then I'll take you over to the next video. Will be over in this side of the yard.